Hi, I'm Julius Scotti. Welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show.
Welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show.
Julia, welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here, broadcasting live across the ocean at the moment.
Hello, world.
So you are, of course, a fantastic stand-up comedian, but can you tell me, is comedy something you always wanted to sort of get into?
Yeah, I've been asked that question. I can go back to the time when I was about 5 years old and remember being attracted to comedy. Whenever I'd watch, we had a show here when I was a kid called the Ed Sullivan Show. I don't know if you got it over there. But,
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, it had some great guests on it. Yeah.
Okay. And I would, whenever there were comics on, I would rush to sit there. I would sit through the opera singers and the plate spinners and everything else. But when the comedian came on, I sat there and I just could not get enough of them. So very early in my life.
Did you? Speaking of which, who were your comedic inspiration, sort of growing up, and indeed now? Who makes you laugh?
When I was a little kid, Lou Costello from Abbott and Costello made me laugh a lot because he's basically a child in a man's body, and I identify with him. As I matured, people like Woody Allen, Lenny Bruce, certainly, George Carlin was God to me, Richard Pryor. Today, I just lost a very close friend named Kevin Meaney, and we worked together a lot. And Kevin just always put me away. He just made me laugh my ass off. He's just funny man.
How would you describe your own stand-up comedy style?
Well, Simon Cowell said I was naughty. I am a little naughty. I'm a little edgy. I'm sort of this woman who looks at the world and looks at the insanity of it and just has to call BS when I see it. If there's anything I cannot stand, it's hypocrisy and liars and people trying to get over on other people. So it is a little edgy and it is naughty, but it's most of all primarily funny, hopefully.
Absolutely. Now, in addition, just to doing comedy stuff, you've actually opened for musicians like Chicago and Frankie Valli, 4 Seasons. How did that happen? And you must have some amazing experiences and memories from that.
I was back when I was Rick Scotti, I would open for things like groups like this regularly. I was pretty successful back when I first back in my first incarnation. It's interesting because a lot of these people I open for, I really love their music, and when you find yourself on stage with them, there's this sort of disbelief, like I cannot believe I'm here, opening for this person, sitting backstage with like Chicago, having dinner before the show, and Chicago in particular is funny because we're sitting, they had craft services, food for us after dress, and it's a 5,000 seat arena. So we're sitting backstage, and one of the members of the band, one of the original members of the band, said to me, "I don't know how you go out in front of all these people and make them laugh." I go, "You're kidding me, right?" I go, "You're Chicago, for crying out loud. You go out in front of 5,000-10,000 seat rooms all the time." Yeah, but we have the band. If I screw up, they'll cover for me. You don't have anybody, and I had never thought about it that way. And I went, thanks a lot right before a show to make me start thinking about this.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Excuse me.
That's really helpful advice.
Yeah, well, not right before you walk out in front of 5,000 people. You don't have that here.
I sometimes have 5,000 people in the room here in my house, and I just make them all leave before I do these interviews.
Yeah. You gotta just sort of, I always treat every show like it's just another show. I tell comics that all the time, no matter how big it is, it's just another show.
That's right. And I think if if you're concentrating on the material and, just sort of delivering it, then it doesn't make a difference if you're saying it to one person or a million people.
Exactly. And, what comedians will tell you this when I'm on stage, I sort of go in, there's this whole Zen thing that goes on. We're basically in an altered state of consciousness because even though we're speaking to the audience, there's a whole crew of people in my head that are keeping an eye on what's going on around me, being aware something needs to be addressed. So it's way more complex than it looks,
Right.
and people don't understand that. So, every show is important to me. So, and I try to, do that with every show.
Now, earlier this year, or just to timestamp it, 2016, if people watch it next year or beyond, you applied as a contestant on America's Got Talent. Could you tell me what sort of prompted you to first audition, and were you nervous before you went on stage?
What happened at the first audition?
Yeah.
You
What sort of prompted you to apply to go on America's Got Talent in the first?
Well, I didn't. I actually didn't. They actually found me on. They found my website, and because they have scouts that go out and look, for talent in addition to people showing up at the audition. So they asked me if I wanted to audition. I said sure. So I went up to New York City, and there's thousands of people there. I had what's called an appointment audition, and they bring you into this room, and you're in front of one person, one of the producers, and he's looking down, right? And you have 90 seconds to do your material.
Yeah.
It's very disconcerting. And yeah, I mean, for a comic, especially not like a singer where you can sing and, you're counting on laughs. It screws up your timing if you don't get them. So I just said, all right, well, the best that can happen is I get the show. The worst that can happen is I don't get the show. So I'm just going to it's just another show, just like what we were talking about. So I went and did my set, and they moved me into another room where there were 5 people now at a table watching me. I did the same set. This time they laughed. And then it's sit and wait for 2-3 months while we were waiting to hear if we got it.
Oh, wow.
And then I think we were just talking about this today. I think it was we went in November, and I think we found out in the beginning of March that we actually got the show.
Wow, so it's quite a long wait for you then.
Yeah, oh yeah. So the next step, obviously, we flew out to California.
Yeah.
And we taped them there. And walking out the first time, because that's when I came out on stage, was that first episode.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure I was going to come out. I just.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they left it up to me. And the judges didn't know. The producers knew, but the judges didn't know. And Howie Mandel asked me why I was away for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I said, I said what I said, It was, and I just held my breath as soon as it came out of my mouth. I went, well, this is going to change everything.
So
and I waited. Huh?
Literally when you came out?
On television, yeah. I mean, when I came out on TV, I said it, and then I waited for the audience reaction because I didn't know what it was going to be.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way. And it turned out they were very supportive.
Good. Well, hopefully it wouldn't have gone either way, and every audience would be supportive.
It would be. Well, I felt like I wasn't going to, if I was going to do the coming out, I wasn't going to do it until I did my set. I wanted to do my set first because I wanted to be judged on my comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I knew after I said it, everything would, the way people looked at me would be different.
Sure. So I saw your audition and you got a huge reaction. Everybody was laughing. The judges loved it.
Yeah.
Mel B, Simon Cowell, all of them gave you some really fantastic feedback. How did that feel, even before you sort of came out, just getting that reception
it was
from the audience, but from the judges?
It was overwhelming. I came off stage. There was a clip of me coming right off stage right after it's over. And I was so pumped up. I just couldn't come down from it. It took me I think 3 or 4 days to come down from it. Yeah. It was life altering.
And oh yeah, absolutely. And then I mean that alone would have been huge. But then on top of that, you came out as trans as well. So yeah, it's
I
quite,
know. I dropped the F-bomb and then I came out as trans. Yeah,
yeah, just a normal day.
it was just a normal day, you know. Well, the F-bomb thing, they again, I had a different line, and I said, and they wanted me to do the F-bomb, and I went, it's network television. They said, yeah, but we can bleep it out. I go, yeah, but that's my career on the line up there, you know. You guys you're going to be backstage, you know. And so I got to that joke, and I still hadn't decided while I'm on stage whether I was going to do it. And I get closer and closer and closer. And you remember I was telling you about that voice, that the whole team in your head that's gone. You know, we're having this executive meeting in my head, and finally I got to that joke, and they said, "Well, you got to make a decision," and I just let it fly, you know. And surprisingly, the audience loved it.
Yeah, it got a fantastic reaction, didn't it? So before you went on stage, then you didn't know if you were going to come out. You didn't know if you were going to say the F-bomb.
No,
There's a lot of unknowns to you.
I like living life on the edge.
Yeah, so after that first audition, you managed to get through to the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, right?
How did your life change from that point?
I started to get recognized on the streets. I still get recognized on the streets. It's you know, I've been doing stand up for 35 years, and nobody ever recognized me yet before. Now I walk into the supermarket or I go to the doctor's office or something, and people go, I know you from America. They know. It's not even like they know me, but they don't know where. They know exactly where. And so that's part changed my life. I'm working better gigs now. Money's improved.
Okay.
I've become. I'm starting to speak at LGBT functions more on behalf of trans folks. I just did a thing at PFLAG. I don't know if you have PFLAG over there, Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. It's a nationwide organization here, so we're hoping to do more of that. And there's a documentary on my life being done even as we speak. So,
oh wow, fantastic!
Yeah, so hopefully it'll change some minds, you know.
Yeah, that's incredible. So how long's the documentary going to be filmed for?
We're almost done with principal filming. They're shooting. I think they're shooting through spring, and they're hoping to have the final cut by the fall of 2017. And I've seen, a small clip of it. They won't let me see it because they don't want. They want. I've seen a little tiny piece of it. It looks good though. Looks good. Yeah.
I guess it's if they're still filming it, it might be so that you're not sort of too self-conscious of what it looks like before it's all sort of put together.
Right, exactly. That's why. Yeah, but it's exciting. I mean, they really put a lot of work into this thing. So we're hoping, it changes a lot of, minds about a lot of things. That's my goal. I mean, look, I'm old and huh?
You're not old.
I'm old.
You're not.
But I feel like I have this. I've been given this great gift, and been put into a position where I can make a difference for us or as a group.
Yeah.
And give. I've heard from thousands of trans people all over the world. Some parents of trans people, and some of the stories have been just, you sit back and you go, wow. It's overwhelming, and it's overwhelming what that appearance did for a lot of them. Because it made them feel like they belong a little bit.
And that's the great thing, because it was broadcast all over the world. I mean, I watched it in England, and undoubtedly broadcast in other countries too. And it's amazing that your story sort of reach out and inspire people in so many places that maybe they haven't got any support or anything like that, and it might give them motivation to sort of keep going.
That's yeah, and I didn't even know that it aired around the world at the time. And all of a sudden I started getting, email from England and Australia and Brazil and Portugal, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then I realized it did go around the world, and so I was doubly glad that I did it.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. So I was going to ask you what you've got planned next. So there's the documentary. Is there anything else? Are you touring with your comedy? What is going on with you?
Well, I'm taking December off because I'm getting my hips replaced. In fact, next week is the first one, and then 2 weeks later I'm getting the second one. Then, but in 2017, in addition to the documentary, we're going to be touring the country more, and I'm doing an album in a CD. An album. How old am I? We're doing my first CD actually in the spring. So there's some good stuff, and I'm working on some writing some scripts and things like that.
Oh wow! So you've got a full plate of stuff. So best
yeah.
of luck with all of that. Huh? Best of luck with everything.
Thank you very much. I'm very optimistic, and I like to stay in the moment, and that's how I live my life, in the moment. So as long as I'm present with it, which is exactly where I should be at this very moment.
You've done some incredible things, and you should, of course, be very proud of them. And I wish you the very best of luck with both of your hip operations. And I can't wait to see the documentary and listen to your comedy album or CD.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate it. Good luck with the show. I hope it's a worldwide success.
Thank you. So do I.
Okay.
And you'll have to come over and bring your comedy to England one day.
I've heard that. A few people have asked me that, and well, that may happen. Yeah, it may happen yet. I'd love to come over because I feel a kinship with England for some reason. Maybe I lived a previous life there. I don't know.
Exactly. It's highly recommended.
Thank you so much. Thank you again.
Thank you so much for your time. Take care, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Thank you. Have a good holiday.
You too. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to subscribe, leave a big thumbs up, and stay tuned for the next episode coming soon.